All right. I'm live. Shows I'm on an unstable Wi-Fi connection once again. Yet I'm not. So that's weird. Hmm, let's just give it the moment. Do some testing here. Do 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 do. Ba-da-ba. Oh yeah, that looks terrible. Ooh, that looks like rough quality. Ooh. All right, let me give it a couple minutes here to see what happens. Let's just see what happens here. Let's just see what happens. Still showing the one bar thingamajigger. Ooh, that's terrible. Ooh, I'm looking at it on this side of things. And yeah, that's terrible. It looks good for you. What? Really? I see John's in the chat. Hey, what's going on, John? Hey, that's weird. On StreamYards, I'm not showing anything. That's weird. Hmm. Very fucking peculiar, huh? Very peculiar. I'm probably going to have to tie this one up and just start another one. Well, not today. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to. Yeah, yeah. I'm probably actually. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up there, John. But actually, I'm probably just going to hold off until I get my Starlink set up. I. It doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to do any streaming until I get my Starlink set up. I don't know if if I've offended someone by sheer fact that yeah, I'm ordering Starlink, or well, I've actually already ordered it. Just a matter of when they ship it out. But for some reason, for the last, as you folks are probably aware, the last few times I've streamed, I'm getting this thing that keeps showing that I'm on a Wi-Fi connection, and I'm not. Right? I really says right here, connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging into your router or moving closer to it. Hello, hate to let you know, but I'm actually hardwired plugged in through the Ethernet, so there is no Wi-Fi. And the only devices I've ever heard of that has Wi-Fi that I don't pick, I've heard of the Stingrays. Is RCMP out there? We know the RCMP do use those devices, right? I get that, but it's like, listen, just go fucking goddamn subscribe to my channel and watch my shit like everyone else. Right? Why the fuck do you fuckers gotta fuck with me? I can't. I don't know if they are or not, but it's hilarious that this shit always happens every goddamn time. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Anyways, none of this stuff's going to mean too much, anyways, because yeah, I've been become very much as the name of this stream will tell you. Yeah, it's about time to be a little bit more proactive in terms of hedging against the status quo and the establishment, and not just socially, but economically as well, right? Yeah, yep. Crypto's to the moon, baby. As a matter of fact, actually today, I just got off my second interview with the fine folks. Actually, let me bring that up. Hey, I'm here. Might as well stick around for a bit, even if the stream is basically a waste. It seems like that way. But I might as well let you folks in on a couple things here. On a couple things. So yeah, this was the one. Or wait, let me just go to their channel. Actually, would have been the best thing. Just go straight to their channel. So yeah, so I just did my I just did, like I say, my second interview. Let me bring up, share the screen here. Oh, by the way, everyone's doing good today. This shit's fucked up, man. This shit's fucked up. Whether you like it or not. But you wait till you see the thing that I want to cover. Yeah. I'm going to do this first, and then I'm going to cover it. I love it. That's how you know you're winning. Winning. Hey, where's Charlie? I don't have tiger blood, but I do feel like I'm winning. I have this feeling. I have this weird feeling. Okay. Here, let me bring it up. So this is my second interview here with these fine folks. And once again, there's all kinds of adopters, and these folks actually been around a little while. But yeah, cryptocurrencies, and some that are even backed by tangible assets such as gold and silver. And as you see, so this is the folks I just had my second interview with, Load Pay Media. We scroll back here just a bit. Where was it? So that was what, 11 months ago. So basically a year ago today, or a year ago, I should say. Impossible to save money now, time to protect real wealth. So this was when I had my last interview. Today we just had another one. And actually, let me bring up their. So check them out. By the way, if you just not just the video with me, obviously, but there's all kinds of they've interviewed lots of great people, not just from the libertarian community, but lots of people who are economic stewards and people who are very knowledgeable in terms of macroeconomics and the markets and all that stuff, right? But definitely check these folks out. And obviously it wouldn't hurt to watch that video with me in it, maybe get an extra couple of views out of it too while we're at it, right? But anyways, let me just bring you to their page as well, because once again, crypto's here, folks. It's our way. And for the people out there saying that there is no inflation, anybody paying attention to the housing prices in Canada these days? Yeah. Even during COVID-19, even with the contraction of our GDP and the stagnation in wages and the destruction of the underlying fundamentals of the economy, somehow, the housing market, everything seems to be just bubbly and, well, maintains itself in bubbly territory, but things are definitely in pretty precarious situations today, especially if you want to protect your assets or the value of your purchasing power of your currency. And the only way to do that today, folks, I hate to tell you, but it's not by holding on to fiat currency. There's a reason why, if you're ever, like when people say, aren't you worried about someone finding your bank account? Like, no, because I don't keep no money in a bank. What are you, insane? Do I look stupid? Name's Cupid, not stupid. I don't keep money in a bank account. Why? So we can lose value every day? No, heck no. Wiser than the average bear. Oh, by the way, check out my cool little moonlight. I like this thing. It's actually very realistic. You might not be able to see it from the camera angle, but it's a really cool little light. Really cool little bugger. It's even got a remote. Like, how badass is that? I think we've all seen this, or a few of us have seen this, right? But you can change the color on that little bad boy. Oh, ooh, orange moon. No, actually, that's Mars. It's no longer the moon. That's Mars. That's my next destination, right? Hey, Elon, get me on that first rocket. No, I'm just kidding. I kid. I joke. But as I've said, and you folks know this, or at least those of you who have been paying attention to me for any amount of time, I've been saying for years, how we get out from under this shit is not through violent revolution or what we got to overthrow the man. No, it's just pretending that the man doesn't exist and do our own thing. Step out on our own. Act like actual adults and do our own thing. Create our own social and economic atmospheres or environments where, the state, who's the state? Who are these people? I don't know what you're talking about. I live in a totally different realm and environment. Sucks to be you, but it's pretty good over here, right? But that's what I've been saying for a long time, folks. Long time is there are ways, right? There are ways to hedge against all kinds of central planning. And there's some really intelligent people out there who have thought about this, figured out ways, and given us a multitude of methods to do so. So yeah, the time for procrastination, well, that's long gone. The time for excuses, way in the past. It's time now for everyone to step up, man up, nut up. No, just kidding. Especially if you're a lady. Nothing against you ladies. Vag up, right? Whatever. No, I kid, I joke. But yeah, step outside the system. Don't let them constantly control and manipulate what your value and what your worth is anymore. That's like it's the only thing that we have at our disposal these days, right? You're not gonna win. Like, and every time someone says, we just gotta vote for the BBC, man. Like, okay, give it up, will you? Already shown the voting thing is not gonna be your escape clause from totalitarianism or statism. Voting is not going to do that for you. And if you haven't figured that one yet, well, back to the drawing board for you, right? But for the rest of you, we all know that no, how we do this today is we have to construct and create environments that, once again, we just vacate the state, not just in our minds, but in as much of our physical space and our economic space as we possibly can. And this is what we do. This is how we do it. And lots of people out there are not just hedging, but are doing quite well or exceptionally well as a consequence of being out front or early adopters of doing these things. And it's not just, I'm just talking about the crypto space. I mean, geniuses such as Mike Maloney and other people that have figured this stuff out, who are holders of gold and silver, right? Yeah, they know all this stuff too. So there's safe assets such as gold and silver, these commodities that are much more stable, or things such as Bitcoin. And yeah, Bitcoin's a little, right? Just like I was listening to Stephen Molyneux's video there, was it yesterday? He goes on those highs, those peaks and valleys, like, whoa, look at the fucking price valuation, woo, baby. And then all of a sudden the next day it dropped. But once again, that's fine, right? And just like what I was talking with the gentleman earlier, it's like, if you want to play in the casino, or if you're someone that likes gambling, or go for it, because you can make a lot of money gambling. You can lose a lot too, though, right? Whereas if you're maybe a little conservative, or hey, maybe take a small portion of your portfolio, maybe 5 to 10%, and play that on the crypto space, whether it's Bitcoin or hey, Doge Coin. I gotta tell you, folks, Doge Coin seems to be one of those things, and it's still really cheap, right? Right now you can get into Doge Coin, unlike Bitcoin, which right now, if you want to jump in, right, even just to get one of those bad boys, you're in excess of $50,000 now. That's the floor now for Bitcoin, right? Basically, it's 50,000. So wow, right? Imagine the people that bought them back in the day for like cents on the dollar, or even just $1. Think about what they're worth now. But that's the thing. These people that are doing this, they're not doing it, or the overwhelming bulk or majority of them. The reason why it's got $1 trillion market capitalization is because people aren't using it as a casino or a Ponzi scheme. They're using it as a means to store and save that value. And that, my friends, is what I'm all about. But once again, if you even want to do that in an alternative method, buy up that gold, buy up that silver. And the beautiful thing about having options today, such as load pay, the one that I was talking about, the future of money starts here. Actually, let me show you, is you can have the best of both worlds. Now, once again, I can't say with 100% certainty that I know everything about this organization, but they are the kind of people who are backing their cryptos with tangible commodities such as gold and silver. Now, once again, with load pay, that's just one option. There's Shift Capital, Peter Schiff, another guy that if you want to invest and into some tangible commodities or assets, once again, to hedge against the inflation that's, well, like I say, it's already here in the housing market in Canada. Like, look at the houses. Houses in Canada are so out of reach for the average Canadian. It's like, so obviously it's not the average Canadian who are buying the houses, right? It's people who are early adopters of or entrance into the Ponzi scheme that we now call the housing market, or people who have the money to play in that particular space. But once again, if you have the options such as these alternative up-and-comers, such as load pay, or things such as Doge Coin, you can jump in there now. Like I say, I just got myself 1,000, and I think it was 1,046 of them for like, what, 60, 70 bucks American, I think is what it was, or so, something around that area. So, and now you got people like Mark Cuban, the guy from Shark Tank, owner of the Mavericks, right? That, well, yeah, if you're down in Texas, you want to go watch the Mavericks, you can pay for that in Dogecoin. And matter of fact, not only can you pay for your ticket in Dogecoin, but you can your merchandise, right? So cryptocurrencies are here to stay, folks. I don't know. I get it. People were a little bit curious and concerned about that early on, but yeah, they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. Especially, I mean, look at just the recent news announced. Bank of Canada yesterday. Now we're keeping interest rates at rock bottom, and we're going to keep the printing presses, stimulating the economy, right? That's great news for the cryptocurrency holders or for anyone that has, storable assets or investments in things such as silver and gold, right? Great way to hedge against that kind of devaluation and depreciation of your currency, your purchasing power. But yeah, let me get to this. I just wanted to cover this one because this here was hilarious, folks. This is from Market Watch, by the way. Share screen. Here we go. Ooh, scary. Ooh, the bad libertarians. Oh, you bad bunch of libertarians, you. You're so bad. I'm looking over here though on the YouTube side of things, and it looks like my internet connection is terrible on this side of things. What's going on here? Okay, but it is popping up there. Actually, that don't look too bad. It's not the worst ever. Anyways, look at what do you think of that headline there, folks, out of Market Watch. This is March 6, 2021. So obviously not very long ago, right? Bitcoin could prevent society from functioning and is an extreme form of libertarian anarchism, warns this fund's manager. It's an extreme form of libertarian anarchism where you have no masters or rulers. Because people who don't want masters or rulers, we're so extreme, man. Well, to these people, anyways, right? So this was last updated. Well, it was first published March 5th and last updated March 6th. Tim Bond, partner and portfolio manager at Aux Asset Management, believes Bitcoin could prevent society from functioning in an ethical manner. Damn, that Bitcoin's so powerful. I had to be able to do that. Damn, Bitcoin, you're powerful for an inanimate object, right? A portfolio manager at one of London's leading hedge funds has warned that Bitcoin, probably the best known cryptocurrency, has no real social utility other than as a tool for speculation and a means to launder the proceeds of crime. Oh, are you talking about cryptos or are you talking about fiat currencies? Because I'm really confused because both can be used for the same thing. Anything that's valuable can be used for good reasons and bad reasons, right? Anyways, Tim Bond, a partner and portfolio manager at Aux Asset Management, you think he might? I bet he doesn't have any crypto holdings, right? How much you want to bet that once I read into it, he doesn't have any crypto holdings? Right? Probably, right? Also told Market Watch it was damaging the planet. He's an environmentalist. To my mind, Bitcoin is particularly vile as a particularly vile asset class. It's just so beneath me, right? It's so vile. Yeah, it's making a lot of people millionaires today, but all right. I guess if you consider that vile, all right then. If Bitcoin starts to displace fiat currencies, government-issued currency that is not backed by a commodity, government's ability to tax, spend, and redistribute will be severely impaired. Come on, let's fucking highlight that shit. Let's highlight the fuck right out of that. Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. If that isn't a status extraordinary, and this is someone that's a contributor to Market Watch, right? Like I'm telling you, folks, there's a lot of market participants these days who are not big fans of the market, really big fans of collectivism or central planning, right? Top-down authoritarianism, big time. Government, right? Love force as a means to an end and theft, but the free market, they're scared of that stuff. Freedom or people that aren't beholden to all that establishment junk. They're fearful of us. And for good reason, as they should be. But let's read that just one more time. If Bitcoin starts to displace fiat currencies, government-issued currency that is not backed by a commodity, government's ability to tax, spend, and redistribute will be severely impaired. So, cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, if it starts to displace fiat currencies, then governments will no longer have the ability to steal from you or arbitrarily inflate assets or arbitrarily devalue the purchasing power of your currency or all that hard work and effort you put in to provide or to accumulate that income or wealth, right? Well, I think I would or to redistribute it, to steal from you and give it to someone else, right? Well, I would say, or I would suggest, in opposition to this gentleman, that that's a good thing. have no idea why this supposed market participant thinks it's a bad thing, but I got to tell you, having governments not being able to steal from me or devalue the worth of what I produce and provide to society is kind of a good thing. Or to take from me and give it to someone else. I consider that a really good positive thing. Wouldn't you? He believes Bitcoin could prevent society from functioning in an efficient and ethical manner. Actually, no. The people in the crypto side of things are functioning really, really efficient. They are. And in an ethical manner, I'll even add. Right? So I don't know what this gentleman's saying other than the fact that, yeah, he seems like a big holder of fiat currencies or holder of establishment commodities that are based on fabrications or basically, even as they admitted, that aren't backed by anything other than gun force, right? But other than that, yeah. Anyways, let me read a little bit this. In this sense, Bitcoin is the spearhead of a particular. Oh wait. In this sense, Bitcoin is a spearhead of a particularly. In this sense, Bitcoin is the spearhead of a particularly extreme form of libertarian anarchism, which is presumably why it's so popular in Silicon Valley, he said. It's not just Silicon Valley. Listen, lots of emerging countries, right, are underdeveloped, or developing countries who are going through even worse inflation than we are today. Hey, if you're in Venezuela, did you hear about this too, folks? Venezuela, you can now get, they just minted and printed. Well, you can print now $1 million, not dollar, but bolivar. A denomination, a note down in Venezuela, you can get $1 million bolivar in just one single note. Now, I won't buy you fuck all. Probably won't even buy you a loaf of bread. But you can at least say, look, I got $1 million bolivars. That's what fucking destroying your economy. Market incentives and devaluing your currency. Well, that's what it gets to, right? And yeah, it's happened in Western countries as well, except they're just finding other places to put that kind of inflation. They're not doing it necessarily to the currency per se, although that's being devalued as well. But they're trying to put it, well, look at the housing market. Look at the food you're buying. Look at gas prices even now, although they're not as bad. But if you look at in terms of the correlation to the price of the oil, a 45-gallon barrel of oil, we're seeing the inflation. The inflation is definitely there. But they're trying to find ways to, once again, paint over it or try to hide that inflation. Whereas Bitcoin, you can go to bed at night, or any cryptocurrency or anything that's going to save you from this kind of inflation, you can rest better at night knowing that. Gold and silver is probably the most dominant in terms of protecting or hedging against inflation. Bitcoin mining, Odyssey Asset Management, which has over $3 billion in funds under management, was established in 1991 by billionaire Crispin Odey. Bond said neither he nor it has a holding in Bitcoin. So no Bitcoin holding, right? You think that might be the reason why he's trying to talk down Bitcoin? Kind of sounds like it, right? Bitcoin mining is a form of auditing or record keeping that uses computer processing power. Bond cited the Cambridge University Center for Alternative Finance calculation that Bitcoin mining consumes an annual 118.17 terawatts per hour of electricity per year. So what's your point? Yeah. Work requires energy. No shit, Sherlock, right? Yeah, that's the reality. The more work you do, the more energy it requires. Bitcoin mining, socialists don't understand this stuff though, but we do, right? Bitcoin mining is a form of auditing. Okay. Bitcoin mining mostly takes place in Asian economies, 65% in China, and they're trying to crack down on it, but it's growing elsewhere as well. Where the electricity supply is from coal and other fossil fuels, he said, oh no, we can therefore calculate that Bitcoin mine produces around 55 million metric tons of CO2, carbon dioxide a year, equivalent to the annual CO2 emissions of Finland, or more than the emissions of countries such as Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. Of course, all that money that Bitcoin people are working could spend that money, that accumulated wealth, to clean up the environment too, right? So there's that. But I guess this person never thought of that. Well, it seems like they have an agenda or a position to maintain, right? Bitcoin has therefore added CO2 emissions equivalent to the annual. Okay, blah, 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 blah. It is difficult to think of any other human activity that is simultaneously quite so pointless and quite so damaging to the planet. Well, based on your opinion, anyways, right? Anyway, so yeah, that's about it. I'll tie this one up in terms of reading from this. And I'll make sure to place it in the description of the stream below. But let me just roll down here and see what you find folks are saying. Like I say, I'm probably not going to keep this one that long because I'm getting this stupid thing with my internet and I can't stand having shitty internet connection. I like high quality stuff. And if I can't do high quality stuff, I don't like doing it at all. Just going to point that out for you folks. But yeah, thanks for all that, folks, for letting me know. That's probably just because you're dropping so many packets. That could be. It's better than bad audio. Well, that's true. Well, that is true. Yeah, the bad audio is bad. Hey, what's going on, Adrian Petrie? How you doing, my friend? Right? Yeah. I think I remember Adrian Petrie. Do I? That name sounds familiar. I'm doing okay today. Hopefully, you're doing fine as well. Oh, Gary. Hey, I haven't seen Gary in the chat for a while. Hey, what's going on, Gary, my friend? Hey, man, your camera's crazy blurry for me. I had no doubt, Gary. You might have to just put it up. Just don't even look at it. Just look away. Sorry about that. I really do apologize. And like I say, I've got it on order, folks. As soon as I get my star link set up, you better believe I'll have it. And I'll be streaming in 4K. You'll be able to see every little nook and cranny, right? No, I'm just kidding. Not that bad. But yeah, the minute I get my setup, and hopefully it'll be soon, they're saying probably by the summer at the very least. Although, just give me now. Give me. But once I get that up, hopefully everything will be on the up and up and things will be much better. And we'll all be happier and better off as a consequence, right? In the meantime, like I say, make sure, and I'm not once again, disclaimer, I'm not giving anyone any financial or economic advice, but I got to tell you, folks, it's really important to try to hedge and don't be stupid like me. I've only taken small portions, a little bit, playing around, right? See how this stuff plays out, messing around a little bit, but yeah, the writing is definitely on the wall. The fiat currencies are taking a massive shit kicking. And if that's all you got at the end of the day, or the housing market, like if you're relying on your house, like if you're one of those boomers in particular who's thinking, oh, my house is worth 1.2 million now. So, when I retire, I'll be able to just use that. Once you all sell your house, that's the time. And you'll find out, trust me, that your house goes from all of a sudden it's not worth 1.2 million now. Now it's not worth fuck all, right? Because that's the thing. It's called supply and demand. And trust me, the central planners aren't going to give everybody the ability to just pretend that their house is some speculative pot of gold, and that's what they'll be able to live off. No, because then they don't make it. They don't benefit themselves if you get right. So trust me. There's the scheme. The house of cards, it will fall, but they're going to wait to the most opportune time, which is why I'm saying, and wise people are saying, don't wait for that time. Get out in front of that stuff, right? Be wise, be wary. Hey, what's going on, Dave? We need to let the government know that they are the ones who are not essential. No shit, right? What the hell do I need government for? What the fuck would I ever need? I think about that every day. What have I ever, in the 50 years I've been alive, has there ever been a situation where I genuinely needed government? No, because anytime I ever needed force or violence, or I never really needed theft, never really needed that, but I can always find force and violence. It's actually, that's one of those commodities that's not rare. Why does government have to be the monopoly? It's not like force or violence, because that's what government is, right? It's a representation of force or violence. It's not like, why do we got to give these fucking dipshits a monopoly? Hey, I'm a fair and equal kind of guy. I'm a market kind of guy, right? So, in the market, I can find all kinds of strong people and individuals who do lots of things, right? Or I could just do it myself. Save the money, save the bottom line, and hey, become more self-efficient and proficient at the same time. Hey, win, 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 win. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, what do you need government for? I don't know. Nothing as far as I'm concerned. I'm with Dave here. I'm completely with you, Dave. Oh, thanks for joining the stream, by the way. I'm only risking what I can afford to lose, but the profits continue to go. Right on, Dave. Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, as libertarians, I don't even have to say anything. If you're a libertarian or if you're watching a libertarian channel, you're smart enough, you're wise enough to know you don't fucking go all in on any of this stupid shit. Of course there are Ponzi schemes out there. We all know about that. But you do have to be wise and wary and finding ways to hedge against the kind of shit that's constantly devaluing. Hey, what's going on, Leo? Holy shit, I haven't heard from Leo in forever, actually. Matter of fact, Leo, I haven't heard from you in so long. I went and looked at your channel, and it's like, shit, Leo hasn't even been doing videos. So I don't know what's going on with you there, buddy, but hopefully you're doing well. I haven't talked to you in a while, but I really do hope you're doing well. And maybe if you want to have a collab with me sometime, like I said, I'm always more than willing to do that. You're one of those guys that, once again, that I've kept in the back of mind as someone that's still on the up and up and still in good graces. So thanks for joining the stream. And like I say, if you ever want to chat, let me know, reach out, and we'll have a good little talk. We'll have a good talk. Crypto ETF. Yeah, there's a lot. Liberty ETF. Thanks for joining the stream as well. Oh, there's lots of good stuff taking place out there, folks. Oh, what's going on with Paul here? Paul Lucas, thank you. A member of the channel. Thank you very much. Trying to finish my whole house renovation to sell while the market's still up. Right on. How long? Like, yeah, I don't know. Nobody knows that. And the people that are telling you they know that, they don't. They're just, and you can't get lucky. Like, I can guess, and I could end up being lucky, right? Even a broken clock's right twice a day. But I don't know, and neither do most people. Some people do have good fundamentals and grasp. If you spend a lot of time, paying attention to all the underlying fundamentals of the market, like housing, central banks and monetary policy, interest rates, right? GDP. There are multitudes of ways and scenarios where you can become more informed for sure, but you still are never going to be to the point. You'll never be the point because humans are, once again, we're independent, individual, sovereign people with free will. So people can make all kinds of crazy mistakes or change or pivot on a dime, depending on what's going on in their mind at the time. So I'm not a speculator. I'm not a fortune teller, and I don't have a crystal ball or a magic 8 ball. Damn, I wish I did have that magic 8 ball. I used to as a young man. I don't know whatever happened to that thing, that little magic 8 ball thing. That's funny. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, well, especially the housing market, I definitely see the writing on the wall for the housing market. It's been in bubbly territory for like what? Decades now. I just don't know. Now they've been able to sustain it, but like I say, the bonds, the stock market, like everything is just so, like, everyone's just looking to so many different areas and places today to try to hedge or find some way to get any growth. And because of the underlying fundamentals with the boomers all getting older, not quite as willing to play in the speculative game anymore. Millennials disenfranchised, or a lot of them with it, or just too poor to even get into the early adoption of playing that Ponzi scheme. So yeah, I don't see how it sustains itself for that much longer. But once again, I don't have a crystal ball, nor do I pretend to be to have ESP. So I'm not sure on that one, Paul. But yeah, you do you, my friend. You do you. I would never want to tell you something and possibly plenty of good mining stocks to buy. Oh yeah, mining stocks for sure. Oh yeah, anything that's built on the mining tangible assets, that's always wise investment as far as I'm concerned. That's gain stuff. Sounds like he's hedging. Yeah. Venezuela's GDP is on the rise. Yeah, on the rise. Can't go figure. Yeah, but that's the thing with that GDP. A lot of it has to do with how you measure that, right? But yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. Hey now, what's going on, David? Hey now, what's going on, David, my friend? Oh yeah, this is David, not Dave. Hey, what's going on? Oh, this is David from, was it Texas, right? What's going on, David? Nice to see you in the chat as well. So back to the old. So we were talking about the Bitcoin. Oh, let me just show you folks here this load pay. Actually, let me bring this up. So this is the other outfit here. Share screen. Like I say, I'm going to try to learn a little bit more about these folks as well, but I like the idea of the fact. So let me just make sure you can see that. Yep. So I do like the idea of the fact. So as you can see here, so solutions, what is load pay, assets, login, register. The future of money starts here. Welcome to the birthplace of honest money revolution. You got to like just how that's starting out already, right? Honest money revolution. Sounds like something Ron Paul would say, right? I like that. Welcome to the birthplace. Okay. Fueled by a global monetary system that empowers you with lower fees, instant payments, and money backed with inflation-resistant metals. Right? That's a beautiful thing. So not only can you get your hands on some cryptocurrencies, but ones that are backed by tangible, hard assets, and commodities such as gold and silver. Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, doesn't that look pretty? Isn't that a pretty thing? Isn't that beautiful? Gold and silver. There's just something about it, right? Just I can't look away. So shiny. Borderless digital assets made for use. So Load is constructing the most trusted and secure blockchain-powered gold and silver money system created by the people for the people. Try Honest Money today. So, and I'll definitely be posting a link in the description of the stream as well. So here we go. So here you can get the Load token, your digital receipt for gold, silver that has been contributed to the Load reserves. Contributors receive micro payouts of newly minted coins for participation in the community as it grows. So that's cool. Investing, right? Then there's the Agx Coin. Each Agx Coin represents a 1 gram weight of vaulted, audited, insured, and verifiable silver bullion. Agx Coin is digital silver that restores real value to your money. 1 gram. Well, it must be a fairly cheap one, I would suggest, for 1 gram. 1 ounce would be, anyways, but yeah, so that's probably good if you're going to the grams because you need it broken down into smaller denominations anyways, right? So Aux Coin, this is another one. So each Aux Coin represents a 1 milligram weight. Oh, so this is for the gold. A 1 milligram weight of vaulted, audited, insured, and verifiable gold bullion. Aux Coin is digital gold that restores real value to your money. So once again, gold, silver, or the token. So something to use as a payment, and as 2 other options as a means to store that value, right? So beautiful, good ideas. So reinventing money as you know it. Send, spend, and store your AGX and Aux with the secure, user-friendly Load Pay wallet. One wallet unlocking all your honest money. So here you go, and it's obviously they're making it easy. You can download their apps from the App Store or Google Play. Join the Load community today. So 1, explore. Get free access to Load products and services, no registration or payment required. Access the non-custodial Load Pay wallet on desktop and mobile. Receive regular project updates and be part of the global community. Solutions. What is Load Pay? 2, dig deeper. Gain full access to Load as a registered account holder. Include all Explore features and more. Send, spend, and build wealth with stable, decentralized assets, AGX and AUX. Unlock virtual cards to spend honest money on your favorite brands. Become a Load Pay affiliate to earn passive income in AGX. 3, claim a stake. Join the honest money revolution by claiming your stake in Load Pay and get more out of your account. Access Load tokens to gain virtual equity of the Load Pay system and receive regular micro payouts as a Load token holder. So there you go. You get payouts. And once again, these are all things as well that happens, in case you're not familiar, on Minds.com. Now, I've been on Minds.com for a long time, and Minds, you get tokens for how much you contribute on the site. So your posts or your engagement with other people's posts or other content providers. If you share, if you remind, right? Any activity that you do on Minds gives you a reward, and it's both on and off chain. So you can get it as a token, but those tokens can be converted to on-chain platforms where you can get it in, I believe it's Ethereum over on Minds. So there are ways to turn these tokens into actual tangible assets and then convert those tangible assets in terms of the cryptocurrencies or digital currencies and actually convert them to actually, fiat currencies if you want to use it. Now, I don't know why you'd want to do it, well, other than making a purchase in a place that doesn't accept some of these cryptocurrencies or alternative methods of payment, but you still have that option if need be. Get your honest money seamlessly. Because your money should be simple, secure, and global. Open your Load account, tell us who you are, and upgrade your money now. The Load Pay system is for everyone. Sending money all over the globe should be easy and cheap, like sending a text message, no matter where you live, what you do, or how much you earn. AUX and AGX coins are backed by a reserve of securely vaulted gold and silver bullion. Mobile. Access your honest money whenever, wherever, all from the palm of your hand. And it's instant. Experience low-fee transactions within seconds. Borderless. Securely send, spend, and store funds anywhere across Load's global honest money network. It's also secure. Load products and services are built on secure private blockchain protocols meant to preserve your wealth because security is never an afterthought. And distributed. A system built by a global alliance continuously delivering powerful products and services for the people by the people. There's, as you can see, there are load pay virtual cards. Spend AGX and AUX at Amazon, Apple, and even Nike. Look at that, folks, and more. So you can learn about the more by signing up and checking out um, this particular website. Like I say, learn more about this stuff. Well, look at that. It's got the little thing, almost just like a little credit card, right? Pretty cool. And once again, it's downloadable at the App Store and Google Play. Honest money design by you for you. Load is the only community-driven system that allows everyone to transact with gold and silver digitally. Active worldwide in over 60 countries with over 6,000 members. Al Markets, the future of your business starts here. Low cost, secure transactions, instant settlements, a global marketplace of eager, honest money shoppers. Don't break even, break free. Join the honest media conversation. So the global movement you want to be part of, stay informed with Load Media. So once again, there, folks, like I say, just one more option available to us for those of us who are trying our best to step outside the current paradigm, the current system, and hedge against the potential of what's going to take place here. Because, I mean, especially if you're Canadian, in particular if you're Canadian, and the kind of money the Trudeau regime has been spending, yeah, you really, if you want to securitize or protect your assets in any way, or at least not get caught with your pants down, it would be wise and prudent to invest in not just cryptos, but genuine, tangible assets such as gold and silver. But will this kind of money require future compliance? These kind of questions I could never answer. Hey, what's going on, Mr. G. Rich? How you doing, my friend? Nice to see you in the chat. I couldn't answer this question for you, but I will know that libertarians are these disruptive anarchist libertarians, right? As was pointed out by this hedge fund manager, right? Where there's a will, there's a way, folks, right? I mean, people in the past have used tulips as a media exchange or a currency or a store of value. They've used tally sticks. Humans are very innovative and ingenious in terms of finding out ways to get out from under central planners or those who want to constantly devalue, depreciate, or confiscate the wealth or the income that we produce and provide in society. So I can't answer this question other than knowing that the kind of people who are out in front today are no different than the people who were out in front in the past and the people who will be out in front in the future. They're going to find ways, and in the age of information, in the digital sphere, I think they got a leg up, an advantage over the central planner types, right? Because once again, the sky's the limit when you're talking about the digital sphere and our ability in terms of our reach and reproducible or replicable commodities, or the way we can convert and change and trade those assets or commodities. Let's see what else we got here. Anyways, I do see that this thing is continuously showing my connection is unstable. So you know what? I covered that, and I covered enough of the good stuff, and I'm just going to hold off, like I say, for the next time when I get myself a little bit better connection. And I hope you folks will enjoy the rest of your day. What is the day today? Thursday, so Friday. I might try again on the weekend sometime to do a live stream, and maybe I'm looking to do a live stream and maybe have a panel. Hey, John, you're still in the chat. Are you looking to do a stream at any point in time? Anyways, if you wouldn't mind, maybe have John on, maybe get a couple other folks on here, and let's have a big discussion. We'll hammer out what we want to talk about, but there's definitely lots to talk about in terms of the constitutional challenges against the COVID restrictions and mandates. The potential for the third wave, the amount of freedoms that you're getting. Some people are getting out today in the U.S. if you got your vaccine, and how all that's playing. All kinds of COVID-related stuff, economic issues, social issues, like I say, charter challenges that are taking place, all kinds of things, the housing market, all kinds of things that we could talk about. And maybe you folks, like I say, would like to join me, engage in some kind of round table chat, or maybe we can do it again. Maybe have a round table type of chat for those of you folks. Maybe some of you people are in the chat are not just as familiar, but more familiar and maybe more knowledgeable than I am in terms of cryptocurrencies or blockchain and such. And like I say, you can bring some of your knowledge to the table, to the equation. And once again, we'll have a big old chat about it. Mr. G. Rich bought into Bitcoin when they were only, ooh, good for you, my friend. Back in 2013, which was just a bit over 33. Woo, which was just a bit over 33. Best investment I ever made. I bet you did. And good for you, Mr. G. Rich. Good for you, my friend. This is what I like to see, right? People who get into this stuff and are wise enough to do this. And I get it, right? As long as you don't lose your pants over it. Now, I unfortunately was in a really bad economic situation for many years because of my past experience with the demand, the cops, the RCMP destroying my livelihood, my career. So unfortunately, I was placed in a situation where I couldn't become an early adopter. And I do feel fucking bad because I know I lost out big time. I 100% recognize that. But hey, I had to make sure to keep the roof over my head and feed my family and stuff. So, there's that. But hey, it's never, to me, there's no such thing as ever too late to learn, to adopt, to reinvigorate yourself, right? And that's what I'm trying to do today, and hopefully doing a much better job, because I'm at least in a much more stable position or place today than I was just a couple of years ago. And some of that is as a consequence and because of people and fine folks like yourself, like G Rich, that have helped me out in my times of need. Not suggesting that I'm totally out of the woodwork yet, but thank you, folks, and good for you. Like I said, really happy that you've done well for yourself, Mr. G Rich. That's a good thing. And keep it up, man. Keep it up. There's all kinds of goodies out there. That one transaction is now worth over. I wouldn't necessarily put all this stuff out there, my friend. I get what you're saying, but don't put all this stuff out there publicly if you don't have to. Keep as much of that stuff to your heart as you can, right? I wish I would have bought in when they were less than $1. Oh, I remember back. You know what's crazy? I remember back. I was early into all this stuff, but it was at the time, and this just all came about at the worst possible time in my personal life, which really sucked, and seems to be the same old story for me. Right? But yeah, I remember when it was just like not even like less than $1. I know way back, I remember it was just even cents on the dollar, but I would have never even contemplated or considered jumping in at that particular time. But I do remember that if I had been in an economic situation where I had the ability to just maybe throw a few $100 at it at the time, for sure I would have, right? For sure I would have. I just unfortunately was in the position that, I know it doesn't sound like much, but trust me, if a few $100 means you can pay your rent or buy Bitcoin, got to pay the rent, right? Got to pay the rent. But I get what you're saying, and like I say, I'm real happy for you folks that's done well. Just like I say, keep a lot of that exuberance. Well, enjoy the exuberance, but keep the numbers and all that stuff to yourself, because you never know what's going to take place at some point in time going forward, or if they're going to try in some way to try to screw you over. Anyways, at least my silver doubled. Right on, David. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm with you there. I'm late on that, but I'm a po man anyway. I'm with you. I'm saying with you, David, but it's all good. It's all good. Like I say, we all have the opportunity. We still have the opportunity. So, like I say, what I would ever suggest, like I say, I'm not the kind of person that I would ever recommend or suggest to people what you should do with your money. That's your money. That's what you worked hard for. You do you, I'll do me. But I'll just say for me, I don't mind today taking just a small portion of my income and using that to play in these spaces, or to hedge against, like I say, the constant devaluation of the fiat currency, because that's all I have at the end of the day, right? I don't have a whole lot at my disposal, but I do have these options to hedge against it and to protect myself. And that's why I'm at least trying my best to adopt these things. And like I say, not putting all my apples in one cart, trying to spread and diversify. That's a wise thing to do as well. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. For silver. Yeah. For silver, for sure. Elites, they need it for silver. Yeah. Silver is not just that, but it's the conductivity of it. Silver is one of those tangible commodities that's always going to have a value, an actual value. So, and because silver is much cheaper to get into, silver is a great way to hedge against inflation. I'm completely with you there. 100% G Rich. But anyways, like I say, I see my stream is still really of the poor quality, so I'm going to tie this stream up. And like I say, I'll do another one here, maybe on the weekend. And thanks for all you fine folks that did join us in the stream today. We'll see you in the next one. Canadian Libertarian. I love liberty.